You know what that is? Discipline. Selfish.
No joke. We're legitimate.
Fucking do that? Then do it. Do it 100%, because I'm trying to.
We recognize that we are limitless.
You gotta be a champion to become a champion, right? Winning is a habit because we create habits that lead to good execution and success.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the Coaches Show. I am Coach Mike Bianca of San Diego Dynasty, along with my friend and colleague Ryan Gray, coach of Red Legion, and this is episode 78. We would like to take a moment, right? Seriously, take a moment and thank all of you for your patience as Ryan and I have been quite busy with personal matters over the last 2 weeks. Many of you wrote to check in, express concern, and some even mentioned withdrawal. We appreciate that. Thank you all for your kind words. It means the world to us, and we're happy to be we're definitely happy to be back. A lot's happened in the last 2 weeks since we were last live. So tonight, Ryan and I plan to catch up and discuss some of those things. Of course, please feel free to hop in the chat in the comment section and share anything you may have on your mind as well. This evening, we'll be discussing 3 topics, plus any that are shared in the comment section that are related. Those topics are the recent European NXL, or rather the British Invitational, held just north of Birmingham, England. We'll also talk about the ESPN announcement that Tom Cole recently shared and the brackets that have been released in the Pro Division for Major League Paintball's upcoming Lone Star Open event in September. Man, that sounds so far away right now, but I guess, here we are in July. Hey, tonight's show is brought to you by Max Sportswear. Give them a call or check out their website if you're interested in custom paintball jerseys, pants, uniforms, and a whole lot more. Get maxed. And BKI, best knowledge in paintball. Want to be the best? Learn from the best one-on-one right there at BKI Paintball. Sign up today. I promise you won't be disappointed. Do not forget, Ryan and I will be hosting another Coaches Show clinic. We'll be at the Lone Star Open in Garland, Texas. Ryan will have details for that soon, but look for it probably sometime next week. All right, Ryan, let's get started. Where do we want to start tonight? Do we want to hop right into the European thing? What do we want to do?
Yeah, I mean, Mark Dale's in here. So anytime, Twiz has stayed up to watch our show, I'm sure just so he could hear us talking about his boys.
That's right.
So let's not make him stay up all night. Let's start with talking about. So it's obviously the British Invitational, right? And the Brits kind of swept the deal. They win the Pro Division and the Semi-Pro Division. The Lucky 15s really. So Greeny is playing with Aftermath in America,
right?
But I mean, do you really consider that to be an American pro, right? A team that is not called the Tauntauns has not won a European event in maybe ever that didn't have an American pro playing with them. Right. So what the Lucky 15s have just done is monumental for 2 reasons. 1, because they didn't have an American pro, and 2, because I think it's been almost that long since the last British team won an event, which was Nexus.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Nexus, I think, was 9 years ago. Maybe longer. I don't know. But obviously Scalp swept the series last year, but they either had one of your gentlemen and one of my gentlemen. They had Berdnikov and they had Arturo. So, they did it clean. They didn't have Marcelo coaching this time either. You know what they had? They had Twiz.
So, and I did get an opportunity to listen to the Play the Game podcast with Greeny and McGowan on, and got to hear, and it was literally, I got about 40 minutes of it on the way home from the hospital today. My wife had a surgery. She's fine, but she got some bionic parts put on. Anyway, I got a little bit of time to listen to part of that episode, and it was apparent based on their conversation, that the foundational things that Marcelo had set during his time with them last year, that they continued that same process, that the players, had a lot of conversations about being selfless and about staying out of each other's way and being encouraging. So it was really interesting to hear that. And Twiz, Mark, thank you. Twiz is in the chat saying 2008 is the last time an English team has won a professional event. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Very exciting.
That's right. Absolutely. The British Open, let's dive right in there. I honestly thought, and again, maybe selfishly, because Harrison Fry was guesting with this team, Harrison Fry from San Diego Dynasty, but it looked like it was Joy Division's event. If you look at the prelims and the brackets in that first one, Joy Division, just came in there absolutely dominant, taking the first seed out of prelims by Mersing ruling their first three opponents, right? It was 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Then they come up against the Luckies and they win that one 4-3. The Luckies hung 3 on them in that final match. And it kind of was a tale of things to come, because I think a lot of people, especially coaches, will talk to you. It's very difficult to beat that team twice at the same event. It's always kind of a difficult thing to do. Well,
and certainly if you mercy rule them in the first, right? You didn't get to see a lot, right?
Nope.
So yeah, it's tough. I like you. So I was in the mountains during this event. I didn't get to watch much of the stream, but I was keeping up kind of on PB leagues and watching the scores. I for sure thought that Joy Division, from the scores, the story looked like it was going to be another sweep by them.
It did look that way. So Joy Division and the Luckies come out of that bracket. The other bracket, Carnage went undefeated and would take the 3rd seed. I believe they had someone they had Simta from the Tauntauns with them, correct? I'm pretty sure.
One of the Tauntauns for sure plays with them. Now they're kind of spread out all over the place. But, he also played the first event, Spitzma. Yeah, Thomas.
Yep.
He played the first event with him too, and they didn't look very good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I will say from my experience of watching those guys 2 years ago when I was at all the events, I got to watch them in person. Last year we didn't really see the carnage I thought we would see, right? Like they really just did not play and perform very well. This event, I did get to watch one of their matches on the stream. I thought they looked great. We'll kind of talk about some tempo issues that they had in their final match. I do think their tempo especially for that layout, was just a little bit too slow. They needed to pick it up a little bit.
I agree. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about their secondaries, their twos, which I think, and this is not an attack on them. I think it's just a different opinion on how to approach certain things. But yeah, Carnage, right, went undefeated and would take that 3rd seed. Manchester Firm would go 3-1. By the way, I have to send a shout out because a lot of people don't know this, but a shout out to my friend Felix Mueller. He coached Firm. He and I took a 2nd place together in D2X ball at World Cup one year. I believe that was 2016. But anyway, they also, I believe they had Hugo from the Tauntauns with them. He played very well.
They did at the first event, and he played very well at the first event as well.
So I believe London Nutrition would get the wild card out of that bracket, going 2-2. Interesting, with a 0-point margin. Do the Wheeler brothers are playing with them, aren't they?
They are, yeah. So Jason is the captain of the team. And Harry, I always call him Matty because that's his dad's name. Harry Schmidt came over, and he actually trained with the Red Legion for about 7 or 8 weeks. And so he went back. And honestly, when the kid got there, I was there. And he needed a lot. He needed a lot. Like, if I'm just being perfectly frank and candid, he needed a ton when he got there.
Right.
By the time he left, he still needed quite a bit, but he had improved significantly.
Right.
I mean, like night and day in his scoring of the way we do things. He had really improved a ton. So I'm hopeful that he'll be able to take some of the training methodology he learned with the Red Wave camp and be able to take it back and start some of that process there.
I was just about to say this would be a great opportunity to talk about the Red Wave camp if you wanted to. So
yeah,
obviously it works.
August 9th and 10th, we are doing a clinic in Florida at Tiki's Paintball. The sign up is at Red Legion Paintball Club. So you can go there if you want to register. There's also, we're doing a tryout for D3 and Pro. I've had a couple people reach out. Hey, Harry, he's in the chat. There he is, pal. Yeah, so I've had a few people kind of reach out about the tryout, talking that have asked questions about, hey, isn't the pro team full? It's not, right? So we lost Sergey. We may not get him back for the rest of the year. And then we're constantly you got to remember that guys like Kirill may only have 1 or 2 more years left. Like we really have kind of a big daunting task in front of us trying to replace these legends. So if you're wanting like the fast road to the pros and you think you want to be in a camp where you're going to get to play right away, don't come to the tryout. That's not who we are. So unless you're already a kind of an established pro and you have some skills we can work with immediately, you're not going to play. You're going to watch a lot of paintball, but you're going to get significantly better. That I can promise. So.
Yeah, that's right. So check it out. I can attest to it. It's fascinating stuff. And so good luck. If you go out there, go there be humble, be smart, ready to learn, listen, right? You're given 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use these more than you use these.
I can tell you right now, the thing that'll get you sent home pretty fast is excuses and buts and because like all of those kind of, that'll get you, you won't get to stick around very long. So come with the understanding that you probably don't know as much as some of these coaches.
Yeah. That's what we have that on Dynasty, and it's called the but guy.
You're right. Yeah. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Let's see. I think the third bracket had Breakout Spa, back to the European NXL, the British Open. Breakout Spa looked really good. Taking second seed out of the prelims. Ranger Warsaw, wow, 2-2, but their 2 wins were both mercy rule wins, while their losses were both by 1, giving them that +2 point margin. So they end up taking the seed out of that bracket. And then finally, LTF, France's, come on, they look dominant in the first couple of times I've seen them. They take the 4th seed, Offenburg coming at you, which had Todd Adamson coaching and Mark Johnson of AC Diesel and Ryan Hoskinson of Aftershock playing with them. They would play second in the bracket, going 3-1. The second wild card would come out of this bracket as well, I believe. And I believe that was another German team, Ballistics Gettingen, right? Did I pronounce that right? Is it Gettingen? Gettingen?
Close enough.
Gettingen. I think it's Gettingen. I'm trying to remember my German.
I think that's correct.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So,
but keep in mind, that's a semi-pro team that just was promoted at the beginning of this year.
That's right.
Making their very first Sunday.
That's right.
Big deal.
Congratulations to them. Proud of them, because you introduced me to them when we were over in Europe last year, and I really enjoyed getting to know them.
Man, Dustin's got a cool story. I love what he's doing in Germany. He's first and foremost, he's an amazing man, right?
Yes.
And if you remember at Nations Cup, like he was weeping, right? Mm-hmm. Because they had so many, they were able to fill, I think, every category of teams. And this was a guy that I talked to 2 years ago that told me paintball's more than likely going to die in Germany. Like it's going away. Right. And then the following year we see him and, they filled every single division with a team. Yep. And I don't remember what place they got. They did really well, second or third, but he was weeping, right? Like he cares so much. And so I want to see them do well because I think he has a great story.
That's right. And it is a great story. If those of you who may not know, things were looking grim for the sport of paintball in Germany. It was on the out. Fields, whatever you want to, it's just not happening there. And
COVID had almost killed it.
Yeah. And the fact that they were able to do what they did is incredible.
And the DPL tournament series, used to be the largest tournament series in Europe.
That's right.
It was massive, right? And it's almost extinct at this point, but that's neither here nor there.
That's correct. And, well, listen,
All right,
they
sorry.
would. No, don't apologize. As we went into the Ochos, Ballistics actually showed out again, and they beat Ranger Warsaw 4-3. Offenburg coming at you beats Attrition 3-2. So now the stage is set heading into the those teams. So that was your top 10 teams, and now we're getting into the quarters. Breakout Spa handed coming at you a 7-2 mercy loss. I didn't expect that. I didn't see that one coming. That was surprising. Joy Division beats Ballistics 6-3. Carnage beats Firm 3-1. The Luckies take LTF 4-1. Now, as we went into the semis, and you or I were chatting about this a little bit in the green room.
But even here, Mike, kind of started here, right? You come in and you beat LTF, right? A team that's got a legendary coach, legendary captain, has played really well. Also has some tempo problems, though. If you go back even and look at their preliminary scores, LTF has tempo problems.
Mm-hmm.
They won a game 2-0, right? So they've got some tempo issues, which obviously Lucky 15s did a great job managing teams that had tempo issues.
That's right.
So I think it started here.
Yeah, you have a valid point. Because you and I were talking about how we felt that in the semis, right, the way the Luckies gave Joy a taste of the medicine they were handing out in the prelims, it looked like it was their team. But you make an excellent point, right? It started there, and now we get into the semis. Luckies come in and dominate Joy 6-1, a complete reversal of their meeting in the prelims, and of course Carnage outlast, and that's the best way to put it. Breakout Spa 2-1. And so now the stage is set heading into the finals, and you couldn't have had a more different style of coming. This two styles engaging, two complete different styles heading into the finals here with the Lucky 15s versus Paris Camp Carnage. I don't know. Remember, also the finals, I believe they did the 2 10-minute halves.
Yep.
Right. So the finals was a good example of different styles or different approaches to the layout. And to me, and I'm just going to kind of let you take it from here, but I'm going to leave you with it. Carnage never seemed to adapt their pace, whereas Luckies showed the ability to shift gears. I think to change tempo, which obviously worked for the Luckies, and they were able to do it pretty often. I feel like Carnage was comfortable risking bodies, but the Luckies were just better off the break shooting and quicker to their secondaries.
And I think they countered really well.
Bingo, right? I feel
they
like
countered really well.
Yeah, Luckies came out. They win that first 2 points with measured aggression and good guns on the break. Plain and simple, right? And I'm like, okay, they look pretty controlled. There's a little slop in that first point, but I get that.
Yeah.
But then the third point, Carnage gets the body advantage with 6.5 minutes left, but seemed to not have a very good. I mean, we can talk about clock management, and granted, it's the first half, right? There didn't seem to be any earnest or understanding. They had 2 in the snake. I don't feel like they knew how to close clean. And if they did, they really took their time doing it, because it took them all 6.5 minutes to get that first point on the board to go into halftime.
It's a great point that you're making. And it takes me back to our clinic when we were talking about understanding new and available space, right?
Bingo. Yes.
You get a key kill, or you kill wherever you kill somebody, there's now new space, right? Where is it? How do we take advantage of it and close through that space, right? Or get in that space and take a job from somebody that now they have new space to play.
Yeah.
It seemed like maybe there was a little bit of lack of maybe understanding of the layout, right? Like sometimes I wonder when I see things like that, like, do we really understand the layout? Do we know, like, if we kill that guy, now we can play here? Right. And if we can play here, now we can take that job and that guy can go there, or we can close through that space.
Yes.
Right.
You and I talk about this in our clinics, right? We talk about knowing the seams and understanding the access points. And to your point, playing that new space that's been created with an elimination here or there, right? It creates that roadmap. And for teams that have 4 weeks to play a layout, you can't tell me they didn't see that setup before, right? So to me, it felt like they probably, I don't know. I guess, and I don't want to beat them up too much because obviously they played a terrific event, right?
It's the best event they've played in 2 years.
100%. They
Yeah.
were essentially sticking with what got them there. That's right. So I don't mean to be too critical. I just felt there was opportunity in that third and final point of the first half, and I feel like it might have been squandered a little bit.
Matty always says styles make fights. And I totally agree with him because when you look at an opponent and they're playing a slow game, you have a discussion, especially when you have 5-6 matches of data, right? And you have that discussion about we're either going to match it, right? We're either going to match that energy or we're going to pump it up, right? We're going to play on the aggressive side and make them have to figure out how to stop us. I think there's sometimes I think there's a lack of that conversation, maybe like, hey, this is what we've been doing. It's been working. But have you played a team that's playing at that tempo? Mm-hmm. Have you played a team that's playing at that tempo? And sometimes those are even, mid-game conversations. We get down 0-3 against Impact and have to change our tempo on the fly, right? Like, and have that discussion of, hey, we're getting sucked into their tempo. We got to make changes. Like, and sometimes I think teams fail to have that conversation.
Right. No, and that's a great point, right? That's a great point. We could certainly have that conversation.
Joey says, got to be stressed out. I am. So they're ons, by the way, but I am stressed. My wife had surgery today. She sent me a couple of texts, and by the way, she's doing fine. She just, I left her at the hospital to come do this show. So I'm not, I'm stressed. I'm not, I don't feel really good about that.
Right.
I feel like,
so we're going to get through this show, Joey, if you'll shut up about the Zins.
Feel like I should be by her side.
That's right. So we'll get through the show, get you back to your wife. But there's such a can of worms that we could open up on that topic alone. Yeah, right.
For sure.
Man, we could really go. But let's understand. So I do feel like it did look like I got here late. Okay. It did look like Carnage made a decent adjustment headed into the second half. With that if you pay attention to the very first point, right, on heading into the second half, I feel, and I'm going to call somebody out here. I don't know who it was. I feel number 21 for Carnage in that first point really missed a great opportunity. They had shot the Lucky's snake one off the break, right? He has the snake to himself. His two, right, is in position to see if anyone feels wide. So, maybe there was a communication issue there. I don't know, but I just feel like he missed an opportunity. They did make up for it because he ends up going to trade with the guy and doesn't get him clean because they let the Luckies get in the snake. And then he goes to trade with the guy and doesn't get him clean. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? Because he ends up, I think he retreats actually and joins his two. His two ends up joining him in there. I'm trying to remember. And they make up for it by getting the kill cross field on the Dorito. Right. But then he now, by the way, when it comes to that point, it's 5-on-3. And then, like I said, he throws his body away, making it a 4-on-3. The two for Carnage in that situation, and correct me if you're wrong, Ryan, or if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I think he dropped the ball a little as well. I'm not sure. It felt to me he had a defensive posturing of what appeared to be maintaining a cross-field shot on a Dorito gap. And it just seemed unnecessary. I felt like, and he was going to let his one try and do things in the snake on himself while he held some gap. And I just feel like the play there is to apply pressure. Right?
I totally agree. You're 2-on-1 down that wire.
You're 2-on-1 down that wire. Let's apply pressure, man, especially with the body advantage, a 5-on-3. So I felt
it's literally the island drill, right? It's the island drill just with 4-on-3. We're 2-on-1 on this guy. Let's bully him and let's go take this side of the field. Yeah. Put your one, even if you don't go mug him, which you don't have to, you can still put him on their side of the field. Now he gets a freebie cross field. Even if he gets taken, the guy has to trade with him. If you're playing down the wire, right? Now you got the whole side to yourself.
You have the whole side to yourself, and you're dominant, right? And then you even have three bodies who could have shifted your way if necessary, right? So
you're 100% correct.
So I just felt like, and the only reason I say that is because I haven't played the field. I've only looked at a 2-dimensional layout, but I do feel that once the 2 for Carnage, I think it was number 91, but I could be wrong.
And he's really good.
Yes.
But he's the captain. He's incredibly talented. And I'm sure he's kicking himself for that.
Yeah. But when he went through, Carnage did do a good job of closing well at that point. Right.
Yeah.
Because when he goes through and trades, then boom, here comes the shift. And they're like, right. And we talk about attacking weakness. And the 2 Carnage players realize, okay, we can shift through here. Here's the weakness. Here's the avenue. Here's the access point. And they turn the field and sure enough, close out well. But it did take them, what was that, 5.5 minutes?
I don't know if it was 5.5 or 6.5, but I did want to touch on this. Twiz says we pulled out a couple of down body points. That's kind of what we're talking about, Twiz. Right. It's like, we're not taking away that you guys did it well. We're just saying they should have done it a different way to keep you from doing it well. Right.
They should have made it difficult for you to do it.
Yeah. To be clear, Twiz, you guys did all the things that you have to do to win a tournament, which includes 100%. Winning some down body situations and not squandering high body ones. And you guys did both of those.
Yeah. I do wish, and I was telling you this in the green room as well, I do wish I had kind of studied a little bit more on Carnage's average time to win a point, like through the prelims, through semis, because I feel like as a coach, that clock management, I've been averaging to win a point. It averages me 3.5, 345 or something. I bet you it's higher than that for Carnage, honestly, now that I look at their scoring games. Yeah. I'm looking at that clock, right? And I'm not saying concede the point, but I am saying, hey, boys, and girls, we've got to up the tempo a little bit. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And they do have a woman who plays with them.
That's right.
And she's really good.
Yep. Hence and ladies. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make that comment. I felt like it was a clashing of 2 styles, and one style had shown to be almost pretty dominant in that. I think you saw a couple of matches in some of the brackets where there was defensive posturing that won the day. But there was also a couple of gunfights in semis and OCHA that I thought shouldn't have been picked. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting too nuanced. But long story short, yeah, I thought both teams did well to get where they were. And Lucky's, congratulations, way to be. Impressive win nonetheless.
Yeah, so let's kind of talk about some swings as far as placement for the tournament series. So Joy Division still sits in first place with a relatively comfortable lead. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Was 29 points, 39 points.
I believe so.
39 points. So comfortably in first place, followed by Breakout Spa. The Lucky 15s though move from 8th to 3rd. Big swing,
big jump.
LTF stays in 4th place. Manchester Firm moves up 1 spot with a 7 and a 6th. Ron Holt Dynamite. I wasn't going to pick on him, but I'm going to pick on him.
Okay.
I'm going to pick on him. This is they looked like hot garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage. I watched one of their matches, and just totally confused most of the time. I don't know what was going on with them. They looked awful. The worst I think I've ever seen them look.
It felt like they hadn't really played the layout a lot. It looked like they was learning as they went. That's how it looked to me.
And this is like the great weather for them, right? Yeah. So they should be playing a lot.
Right. I could be wrong. I don't know, because I like those guys.
Ronald Dynamite goes from 2nd to 6th with a 13th place finish at this event.
Yeah.
Ranger Warsaw falls a couple spots to 7. Paris Camp Carnage from 14th to 8th.
Yep.
So big jump for them.
Big jump for them.
Yep. Offenburg coming at you, moves up a couple spots with a 7th place finish. London Attrition.
Yeah.
This is the first Sunday I think London Attrition has made in a few seasons.
It's true. I think that's the case. I remember talking to some of my English friends about that as well. So I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't think they've made it. I'm quite sure they didn't make it in 21 when I was coaching, 22 when I was coaching there. And I don't think they made it. Or sorry, was it 23? Yeah, I coached there in 23. I don't think they made one then, and I don't know if they made one last year. Right. So this may be the first one in 3 years. Yeah. If Harry's still in the chat, you can let us know.
Let us know, yeah.
Yeah, and then ballistics obviously move up a few spaces from 17 to 13. A la Warsaw drops several spaces from 9 to 14. Austin FSU kind of stays right where they were. I mean, they moved down a couple from 13 to 15. Yeah, and then the rest of the pack, I don't even know if we really need to go into. I mean, Droog's sort of bringing up the tail end, 5-star section, Outrage, and Gladiatori, who've all been, Gladiatori was a little better here, but I still didn't look very good. Just didn't look very good.
Yeah, I know. Much to my chagrin. Come on, Italians. What are you doing? Killing me.
Are there any Italians on that team?
I don't think so, actually. I think there's one. I think there's one Italian on that team. So I'm gonna call Gladstone. I'm gonna like, hey, what are you doing?
I don't think he played with them.
He didn't?
I don't think so.
All right. If he's in the chat or somebody knows Grayson, hit him up and say Coach Bianca's disappointed that.
Let me see.
Because I know Caputo's a dual citizen. Caputo needs to hop over there and do that. Oh, look at that. He changed the ballistics.
I thought he did. I was pretty sure that I saw him playing with Nick.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Which I think is a great move for him.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because they're a much more well-rounded group, and I think Grayson fits in there better than with a group that's kind of just thrown together with a bunch of randos. Yeah. Like the ballistics guys are really tight knit. They play a lot together. I think Grayson fits in there a lot better. So happy to see that he's in a different place.
Well done. Well done then. Excellent.
Yeah. So leading into Paris, be really interesting. If it doesn't change, we'll see Joy Division. Nope. Breakout Spot never wants to come to America for some reason. So they won't be here. And then Lucky 15s and potentially LTF. We'll see.
Yep. Joy Division, Lucky 15s, LTF. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight because I'm anxious to see who comes over. Who's going to be the European team that gets one of the buys, right, into the top 4, into the Champions Cup. And then the other, is it 2 more? Or it's 1 more European team and then would it be a Hispanic team again this year? Do we know?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I only say it that way, like I'm not dogging on them, but they're just it just dilutes one of the pools.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. It dilutes one of the pools.
So I love that. Look at Grayson Gladstone, giving him shout out to him. They're an organized and professional team. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's great.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
All right. So yes, Luckies, we are coming if we get it. All right. Excellent.
Get it. You guys say that every year, Twiz.
Sure, Twiz.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it. I'm just kidding. I know you guys will come more than likely. I think you did 2 years ago and then not last year. I think you guys will come, but I don't think Breakout Spa will.
Yeah, I don't think Breakout Spa will. There's probably a very good chance LTF will. And I know Joy's coming. Mike, care to share your opinion on Leverage's performance this year? Well, I think it has been disappointing.
I think we'll talk about that a little bit when we talk about the brackets for Texas.
Yeah, we will.
Not a lot because we don't want to talk too much about it since we have
because that's a big show for us, right? When we have our friends on, and it's always a good time. So,
but we'll touch on it if you want.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. We're definitely opinionated about that. So
we'll touch on it because we want them to be really good. We want everybody in the pro division to be really good. It's better for everyone if everyone in the division is really good. It's good. Right? Like Agreed. If there's 1 or 2 teams that are really struggling, it's bad for everybody because then we don't if everybody understands how the brackets work and then how Sunday works, like how you get into Sunday, you want the best 10 teams, which means the 10 teams that are representative of the top. When you have a pool or 2 that a team is potentially gonna get in because of point margin that isn't one of the top 10 teams, you don't end up with the best representation of our game. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll try and rephrase it. So when you have a team that is going to have many points scored on them, it's going to help a team that normally would not make a Sunday. And so it skews things. right? So you'll have those teams that are in like legitimate. And I think that's ultimately what we want. We want all 20 teams to be outstanding. We want all of them. I would love for the top 10 to change all the time, except for one team. I would love one team to be in the top 10 all the time. And we're working on that. So, but that being said, it's good for the sport. It's good for the league when all teams are really firing on all cylinders and it's a bloodbath out there. Right. So totally. That's right, Kent. We'll talk about it, brother.
Yeah. And that's what I mean by, like on Sunday, we shouldn't see good. You shouldn't see a mercy rule. Rarely should happen, right? If a team runs away with one, okay, but it should be rare, right? Mm-hmm. And it seems like we're seeing a decent amount of them.
So I thought I saw Gladstone in the Lucky's pits, so he came over and helped you guys there. All right, mm-hmm. I see that.
I mean, Greeny's his teammate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Aftermath
makes a lot of sense.
Grayson, I'm glad they didn't ask us to talk about Aftermath, buddy. I'd have just given you guys just
now you know what the chats are gonna do.
Just give you a rash of it.
I do have some breaking news.
Okay.
That I heard, and I want to confirm it before I make any special announcements. But I did hear that a major player for a significant team in the pro division has left a team, just like gone. Yeah, they've gone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they haven't moved. They didn't move among the pro teams. I don't know what happened. I just heard that this player has left. So and it's a major gun. It's a major gun for a team that has a few major guns. So
all right, I'm going to let you guys in the chat punish him for what he just did. Because that kind of dangling carrot is just nonsense.
It is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So
I heard the same rumor, but I'm not saying anything because it's inappropriate.
Well, I'm pretty close, right, with that particular camp. So
yeah,
no pun intended.
Yeah, I heard.
I love it. Hey, let's
At first,
talk about.
I hoped it wasn't true.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Right. Well, I tried to talk to you about it in the green room, but we got distracted, and then the next thing you know, the show was starting. So
that's what happens every time. All right, guys.
I know. All
right, let's talk about this ESPN thing. So, who wants to we don't want to regurgitate a bunch of crap you guys have already heard on all the other shows. So we're going to hit the hot spots.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the horse bath of the ESPN show really quick. So the format is going to be 3-on-3. Mm-hmm. I do want to clean up something. I saw a rumor that said, I guess ESPN saw the 3-on-3 in Cincinnati and thought it was cool. And so that's why, just FYI, the ESPN call came before Cincinnati. And the reason it is 3-on-3 is because we are playing in the Wide World of Sports baseball stadium. Mm-hmm. So I believe it's called Champions Field. Mm-hmm. So we are playing at Champions Field. Paintball is literally on the diamond.
Yes, we're playing on a baseball field.
We are right in the middle of where all of the stands are. The best place we could possibly be set up is where we're set up. But because of that, we are limited on space. So I don't know what the space is, what the size is. I haven't been told that information. I'm not sure they have been told that, but it's small, right? Mm-hmm. So it's got to be 3-on-3 because it sounds like that's going to be how many people are going to fit into this space.
Right.
Yeah.
There's another rumor I want to squash. So 3v3, it is the top 4 teams from the current standings in the NXL Major League Paintball X-Ball series.
Before Cincinnati.
Right.
Which by the way, stayed the same.
So I mentioned that because there seems to be some misunderstanding as to why these 4 teams are playing. That's because they're the top 4 teams in the league, according to the series standings. PB Fit is ranked 1st in the series. Red Legion is ranked 2nd. Dynasty is ranked 3rd. And Impact is ranked 4th. I saw some comments about X Factor not being included, and they had won the 3-man in Cincinnati. So this is because X Factor is currently ranked 6th in the series in the standings. This is the first of its kind The 3-man will be held. The 3-man that was held at the last event was a test run, a pilot for other formats and ideas and concepts. So hopefully that addresses any confusion over the teams.
And I'll just say it right now, like, hopefully you guys saw them walking around. There were dudes walking around wearing MBS shirts, sports shirts.
Right.
Like, there were many of them walking around, and for the most part, it looked like everybody was acting pretty appropriate. There were 2 guys smoking pot next to the VIP. I had to go over and ask, hey, can you guys move? Do you see these dudes in polos? Can you please go over there? And they did right away, like, and we're like, oh man, sorry. And they walked away. So, but nonetheless, and they totally did the right thing right away. They were like, shit. And, knew like, damn it, we screwed up.
Shoot, darn it.
Yeah. They walked away really fast, but big eyes on us right now. But I wanted to go back to what you said. So the top 4, it was the top 4 teams prior to the Cincinnati event, which, by the way, are exactly the same. The only thing that's happened is Dynasty and Red Legion flip places, but we're still playing each other. That's right. We would have played each other anyway, right? We just flipped places. So it's the exact same 4 teams. It was going to be regardless.
That's right.
So whether you want to take it before Cincinnati or after Cincinnati.
Right.
Same 4 teams.
Absolutely. And I did want to break this down. You already talked about the stadium at Disney's Wild Wilderness Sports. It is free stadium seating. So anyone can come and watch it. There will be, a matter of fact, I believe there's the first 100 people get a free t-shirt or something like that. So.
Gates open at 9:30.
That's
right. First 100 people get a free Major League Paintball t-shirt. We want our fans to show out for this.
Yes. 100%.
We want our fans to show out for this. There's going to be like tire wrestling, pillow fighting, all this other garbage that's going on around us. We want to make sure that our show gets the most excitement. So
absolutely,
we need fans. If you are anywhere around Orlando and can drive or get there, please, 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 please bring 5 friends with you. And it's free.
Yes,
and it's
free.
It's 1 hour. That's it. It's 1 hour. So the first match is going to kick off promptly at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Keep in mind, it's going to be weird when you're live because there's going to be commercial breaks, right? So there'll be like a couple of points played. There's going to be a 10-minute running clock. There'll be 30 seconds in between points. So it's going to be incredibly fast turnaround. But there'll be commercial breaks. So this one may be a 30-second turnaround. But then the third point, there may be a minute and a half because there's a commercial break. And so we got to pause for a second.
Well, actually, I think this is how I understood it when it was first pitched. I think, and I could be very wrong. So if Tom or Kevin or anybody is in the know, let me know. 10-minute matches with 30 seconds between, like you said, with limited paint. 2 pods, I believe. 2 pods. No mercy rule. And I believe the 10-minute game clock continues to run during the 30-second break. And the reason that is this is so the live element can be kept in between commercial breaks. So I believe the programming is 10-minute intro, commercial, 10-minute match between Dynasty and Legion, commercial, 10-minute match between Fit and Impact, commercial, then the finals. That's how I understand it to be. That's how I understand it to be. Could be.
Yeah. From talking to Kevin, it's like, this is the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
This is the plan. Right. But everybody has to keep in mind, it's the first time we've ever done I saw Jerry Braun, who, by the way, I love dearly. And the man did incredible things for paintball. He was the owner of Ground Zero, for those of you who've been around a long time.
Legend in the Northeast, right?
Absolutely. Was one of the very first survival games field owners, which, for people who don't know, all of the paintball fields in America at one point were called survival games. All of them.
The survival game.
And then slowly they rebranded, became other things as the survival game name kind of fell apart. Jerry posted on somebody's thread like, hey, I did it a long time ago. He did. There was a 10-on-10 format tournament on ESPN many, many years ago. You can probably still find it on YouTube. It's terrible. It's horrible paintball now when you watch it, but back then it was amazing. It was amazing. They're playing like these all these flat palette looking things that were, not at all the kind of paintball that was played back then, but it was on ESPN. But he posted this thing like, hey, I did it, a long time ago, but he did, but he didn't do it live. Right. This is live. So
that's right.
The live element's going to be interesting.
That's right. So remember, Friday morning, August 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern, That's 9 a.m. Central for those of you in my area and Ryan's. So on ESPN2. Okay. So we really want it. We want to get everybody. I mean, I don't care if you can skip work to watch this thing. So those of you who can't be there live, show your support by tuning that in. Even if you can't watch it, maybe call home and have your kid or your wife or somebody, your girlfriend, somebody turn it on, right? And let's get those views. It's really
I
important.
heard another rumor that I'm gonna share and make, because hopefully I can put some pressure on them to make it come true. But I've heard that when the tournament is over,
I heard the same rumor.
all of the teams and all of the fans, there's going to be a really cool meet and greet afterwards where we're all going to hang out together, have beers. For those of you who drink beers, I'm going to have an iced tea, but I'll talk to you while you're drinking your beer.
There you go.
But we're going to all get an opportunity to kind of go hang out together.
Yep.
Like if you think about the number of times that we get to do that, like just be hanging out with our community and there's not another match to play, it's rarefied air.
That's right.
It's a rare opportunity for us to all get to kind of hang out and honestly kind of celebrate one another in that moment. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's a big deal. This is it's a cool thing for paintball. What's about to happen.
Oh, don't blow it, Jeff. Don't blow it.
Jeff, right away. I hear, Jeff,
that's what we're hearing.
Yeah, that's what we hear. As you know, like they're a big fan of paintball, and they've always been a big supporter of the league. So it's possible that there's going to be a big meet and greet there. So yeah, as Jeff's saying, rally the troops, right?
Rally the troops,
and bring loud people, right? Hopefully, what's her name? They always comes with Paintball Fit.
Oh yeah, the lawyer
Chantel. Yeah. Is it Chantel?
I believe
Chantel?
so. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
She's
if I'm
wonderful.
Your name.
We got to hang out with her this past. She did a funny thing with Alex Frazier recently too. It was hysterical.
She's hilarious, right? But I hope to God she comes, right? Because it's like that's as close to European football as we get.
That's true. Her. That's very true. So, but yeah, I really hope it's at Uno's. And even if it's not, I'll probably be there anyway. So,
of course,
it's going to be a good time. So ESPN 2. Friday morning, August 1st, 3-man top 4 teams. It's going to be awesome. So we'll see. I who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be a good time no matter what.
And the cool part about this too, for us as like the teams, obviously we all want to win, right? We all want to win, but what an honor it is.
Yeah. What
a cool opportunity to be able to be part of the representation of all of this, right? Yeah. Like it's very humbling, and I'm prayerful that all of the teams that are participating kind of have that attitude about it, that we all want to participate, that we all want to win, but more important than winning is we put on an amazing show.
Right.
We put on an amazing show.
I couldn't have put it better. That's absolutely true. And I think and what's going to be great is once it's over and we're all hanging out, I can only imagine, right? I'll tell you what, the Z-Log is going to be off the chain. For that one.
The trash talk is going to be off the chain.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy, but I really am looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it. And to your point, right, this is a great opportunity for paintball to put a great foot forward.
Yeah.
And really show those who may not know what it's about. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. All right. I think we've beat that one to death. So let's go ahead. Matter of fact, we can finish up. Not sure people know how important this is for it. That's correct, Gabe. It is very important for our sport. It really is. It's a great opportunity. So,
and I want you guys to think about this for a second, because it dawned on me. I was talking to Kevin Fillers, the CFO for Major League Paintball. We were talking about this Tuesday. A year ago today, we were paying to have a post-produced show. The league was paying to have a post-produced show on ESPN. And now they're wanting us to come and do a live that's costing only what it's going to cost to do the event. Mm-hmm. So last year they're spending, a couple $100,000 to put this post-produced show together. This year they're spending whatever it costs to get the referees, the field. It's still money. I want to be clear, but it's a big step forward. Thank you.
Yes, I had to put that up there.
Thank you.
So I love how
once a year I have to shave, and it's always right around the summertime. I got to shave the beard off. especially now that I live on a farm because I'm outside all the time and I get this like really itchy because my beard gets really dense. So I get this like little rash under my beard. Well, this morning I woke up with it, and so I had to shave her down.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You know what? I can't help but
it was very Ned Flanders earlier. I had to clean
Ned
it up.
Flanders, listen to him. Something I can't help but notice is the fact that the last time Paintball was on an ESPN show, the Red Legion was on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and they won it.
That's right, and they won it. Coming for that crown, brother. So I love it. But all right, hey, what do you say? Let's get into this next topic, and let's not get too into it, and then let's get you to your wife. So that
hang on one second, though.
Oh yeah.
Jeff says I saw the gathering on a posting, but of course I can't find. Hey, if you find it, will you send it to me so I can post it on our channels?
We'd love to share that. We really would. We'll blow that place up and give some love back to that man and his family who have been so supportive of paintball. It's been incredible what they've done. And the food.
Let's talk some Texas brackets. Obviously, we have forever before we play. It feels like before we play this tournament, you and I have this ESPN thing coming up in a couple of weeks. Then
we have Europe, right?
And then I have Paris, right? Which you're bailing on me. Which
I'm not bailing on you. I feel so guilty
unexcited
about this. I feel guilty about it, and I'm jealous, right, that you guys get to do this. When Marcelo hit me up today, and I was like, oh man, all these things. I feel like I'm letting Anthony down, but anyway,
well,
that's what it is.
You will be missed for sure.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
Paris, and then literally I'm home for a day, and then I'm off to Dallas.
That's right. We got the practice.
Even though there's so much coming up, like I feel like this tournament is forever away. It's 2 months.
It feels that way. It certainly does.
No,
That's
it
what
is.
I'm saying.
It's 2 months.
Yeah, I'm saying that in the intro. I'm like, man, it feels like forever before this thing's here. So, but yes, the NXL Lone Star will be held September 11th through September 14th in Garland, Texas, at is it the Audubon Park? I believe it is.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yep, Audubon Park. So let's talk about these brackets. Bracket A, you got PB Fit, X Factor, Hurricanes, Diesel, and Energy Elite. I don't know. What are the matchups in that one you're looking forward to? I mean, obviously we don't know the layout, but
I mean, again, it's like the Texas division all over again, right? I feel like we just saw this in Atlantic City.
That's right. You got Diesel, X Factor, PB Fit. You got New Orleans, who's right next door, right?
Right.
So,
yeah, with the exception of NRG, this is the South.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is the South.
That is going to be another fire bracket. That's going to be the one to watch.
I mean, X Factor Paintball Fit to me is the match to watch, right? Like
100%.
Paintball Fit kind of beats up on, so they've gone back and forth, right? So X Factor beats Paintball Fit in the preliminary rounds at Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
Then Paintball Fit comes back and Mercy rules them, right? Mercy rules them in the quarterfinal rounds.
Yep.
Then X Factor knocks them out of the tournament in Cincinnati. So they're going back and forth. So I feel like matchup wise, that's the matchup.
I agree.
That's the game to watch. I also like the Hurricanes X Factor match and Hurricanes Diesel match. I think both of those will be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a Diesel Fit match is always fun to watch. If the right Diesel team shows up, they're going to be really hungry.
Yeah.
And I think they will. Right? They just come off a kind of a dismal finish at the last event, taking 20th place. I see AC Diesel showing up hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry.
Oh, look at that. I don't mean to switch topics back to the posting is in the email blast NXL sent out today. Okay. Excellent.
That's in my junk.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I'll pull that up. Let's see if we can find that real quick.
There it is. Join us.
Oh, you've already got it? All
yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, we need to. I think I posted on my Instagram, but I don't know if it was out.
Not it.
Yeah. It's got to be I know exactly what he's talking about, but I'll go find it here in a minute. Real quick, let's talk about y'all's bracket. Bracket B, Legion, Heat, Ironmen, Uprising, Aftermath.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was trying to find the information on that hang. Jeff, I don't see it, buddy. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, I know where to look for it. You
Okay.
take over the stuff.
Yeah, so Red Legion, Heat, Ironman, Uprising, Aftermath. I'll talk about Aftermath. Like,
Sure.
I don't know what's going on there. I sent Grayson a message after the last event, and just like, hey, I don't know what's happening there. I expected Aftermath to be a lot better this year. Yeah, I know they lost a bunch of guys, but I still kind of I thought maybe with a smaller roster, guys would get into tempo faster and they would be a little more dangerous. They've kind of not shown up. Like they're in matches, but then they kind of lose at the wrong time, right? They're sort of like Uprising used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Uprising, right? Which again is kind of been in my opinion now is a team that has some tempo issues. I think they're really trying to play that slow game, which really cost them at the last event, losing 2 matches to 2 teams they really shouldn't have. There's got to be big.
That's too funny.
Our last bracket was really tough.
It was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that's fun.
It also helps to be tier 1.
It does help to be tier 1.
Yeah.
With a lot of this. By the way, I did find it.
Ironman can be really tough. They played really tough at the last event. Houston Heat is always tough. Played really well at the last event. So yeah, I think that one's fun. I think us and Houston Heat and us and the Ironman will be really fun games.
Yeah. I did find it. He's absolutely right.
Awesome.
Let me see if I can. I'm going to save this, and then I'll share it as an image file. Right. Save. Let's see if I can do that. Image file. Pull that up. Bam. Is it working? I can't tell. I don't know if it's working.
Joey, which one of these brackets do you think is the toughest?
There was an issue with your file. Okay, I can't change it. But anyway, it says Paintball Fan Happy Hour at Uno's Grill from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's at the bottom of that announcement. So
okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Joey. Let's.
Like I'm looking at him, I'm like, which one do you think is really hard?
Yeah,
A is the hardest.
Like, A is the hardest.
A is the hardest. No lie.
Well, yeah,
that's
the brackets
right.
are tough all around. That's absolutely right.
That's right. But so A is the hardest. I mean,
right.
It's the hardest.
That's right.
You've got 2 teams in A that if they both show up at 9 and 16 with New Orleans Hurricanes and AC Diesel, that's the bracket of death, right? Because NRG can steal a game because of their tempo. They haven't thus far, but they can. All right, let's go to C. San Diego Dynasty, Tampa Bay Damage, Baltimore Arsenal, Infamous, and Leverage.
I feel like I've seen this part of the script before. I think we've played Arsenal every event. We've pulled them in prelims. We've played Damage every event, but they were only in our bracket one time, but we always met them in the quarters.
Yep.
The other 2 events. So it's Dynasty, Damage, Arsenal. Infamous, haven't run into them this season. I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. We talk about Aftermath. I'm trying to figure out. Infamous has so much talent, right?
Yeah.
And something happens there. And of course, Leverage. Now, wow, you're putting C as one of the tougher brackets. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. A little bit.
Leverage and Infamous have neither one made a cut the entire year. Arsenal's made 1.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. So, but then at the same time, Hurricanes has only made the cut once. Diesel's only made the cut once, right?
No, Diesel made it twice.
Made it twice? Okay.
Yeah, first 2 events.
That's right, because the 20th
City,
is what dropped him so far. That's right.
Yep.
The 20th place finish. So, okay. So,
but you
I'm
don't
not posting any of that.
No. But here's the thing, Joey. I'll say it. So Joey said, but 3 teams that will be good. Maybe it depends. So again, Arsenal shows up at the last event and kind of looked like doo-doo.
Yeah.
They did not look good. They looked great at the second event, okay at the first event, looked great at the second event, and last event did not look good.
But I think his argument is Arsenal and Infamous, just like Hurricanes and Diesel, have the potential and the opportunity. If they show up, they can be dangerous teams because of.
We
those
haven't seen
talents.
that from Infamous.
You haven't seen it from
time.
Infamous. You haven't seen it from Infamous, but
we
understand that you have from Arsenal. But we do understand that the talent is there, and I think maybe that's his argument. I'm trying to help you, Joey. You kind of dug yourself a little deep. I'm just trying to throw you a rope here, but I think I see that would be where I think his logic is coming from. So.
Because to me, A and B are both tough. A is by far the hardest.
Yeah. Well, I think we both agree that with Aftermath and Leverage, the way Aftermath has been performing and the way Leverage has been performing, a lot of people are, do I think either one of those teams have the potential to, again, show up and just take people by surprise? 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, we'll see though, right? I know I'm not looking past anybody in my, I'm certainly not looking past Leverage. That's when you get stung. That's when you get stung. So you can't do it. So, and then finally, bracket D, Impact, Tauntauns, Aftershock, Sea Dogs, and Extreme. I think the Sea Dogs make this bracket interesting.
For sure.
I've been it's no secret I like those guys. But at the same time, I think they really, for a team that purchased their spot, nobody looks past them, and they shouldn't, because I think they show a really, really good game out there. They look good the last two events. Right?
I was gonna say the big thing about the last event that I thought they made that they did well was they adjusted more on Saturday. They played good paintball on Saturday that was slightly different than what they played on Friday. Different enough on a layout that wasn't very complicated. Let's be honest.
Yep.
On a layout that was pretty simple, they made enough changes from Saturday or Friday to Saturday that they were able to steal one on Saturday that was big.
That's right.
It was big enough to get them into the Sunday round. So
yeah,
I think if the Sea Dogs can make another cut at this event, they become a problem.
I agree. I agree. I think, and here's the thing. Yeah, we'll get into that. I saw that.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
We did. But here's the thing about it. So we drew them early. I wrote about this in my blog, my event recap. I was like, the one team that kind of had me a little on edge was the Sea Dogs, because we pulled them first. They're fast, they're quick, right? They're aggressive. They can play. They're good gunfighters. They've got good guns on the break. So a lot of it was, but of course we got an opportunity to scout them. And when we saw what they were doing in that first match, I felt a little bit more confident. And so we, of course, took advantage of that. But Sea Dogs make this interesting. Tauntauns have been looking fantastic lately. Obviously, Impact is just chock full of talent. You never know what you're going to get with Aftershock. And Extreme has a lot to prove right now, right? They're kind of going back and forth with Leverage at this point. So,
now they have a problem, right? Because they win a match, but so does Leverage. So now the points are much closer.
Much closer.
They have a problem now.
They do.
They have a problem. And again, we kind of, in order for the story to be good, we need them to have a little bit of a problem. We don't want it to go into World Cup and be like, all right, Leverage, it was nice having you. We'll see you later. Right. You want them to have a problem. It's good for the story.
I agree. But so why wasn't X Factor invited to play the 3-man in Orlando when they won the 3-man in Ohio? We talked about that about 20-30 minutes ago. Long story short, that event in Ohio had nothing to do with this event. That was a pilot test run for a different format in a different universe. And what this is ESPN had contacted the Major League Paintball prior to Cincinnati and requested that the top 4 teams have a 3-man event, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, not 3-man.
Actually, it wasn't going to be. We didn't even know the format.
They didn't know the format, but they wanted the top 4 teams from the series to play. And once they realized the size of the field we'd be playing on, it wasn't going to be 5-man. It became a 3-man. So there you go, Anthony. I hope that helps. You're all caught.
Yeah. So the 3-man thing we did in Cincinnati just again was a test for something completely different. Had nothing to do with what's happening now on ESPN. So
100%.
Tell your friends, because I've seen that comment and other comments like it several times. Tell your friends. That's why. So it's the top 4 teams before Cincinnati, which guess what? Are the same top 4 teams after Cincinnati. So it would have been the exact same 4 teams no matter what.
That's right. And the draw would have been the same. Like first would have played 4 and 2 would have played 3. And since
those teams would have played each other anyway.
Would have played each other.
The only thing that happened again is we just switched places.
Right.
That's it. That's all that happened.
By the way, I really like that jersey in your background there.
Thank you. I put that up there so you guys can see my friend Mike Bianca gave me a new jersey that I'm going to add to my collection. So back here on this back wall, after I get the chicken coop built, there'll be a whole bunch of jerseys and some of my favorites, and that'll be one.
It was great. I think we were in, weren't we? We were at the coach's clinic, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for a jersey from this guy." And hello,
I have one for you.
Excellent. I need one. I need a Legion one.
I have one for you.
Okay, good deal. Well, listen, hey, this was fun, right? We caught up on a lot of things. We caught up on NXL Europe. We're talking about Garland, Texas. We've talked about the ESPN 3-man. We even kind of touched on 1 or 2 little rumors that we never really do, and we shouldn't have done. And I'm getting blown up because of that. So
good. Thank you. Whoever's blowing him up, get him.
Yeah, they're getting me. Get
him.
It's too funny.
We don't talk about rumors on this show.
No, we don't. But once we get off, I'll tell you who it is. So
okay,
there was some little teaser hints in there.
Again, it might be the same person I know. We'll see.
Or there could be another one. There could be 2.
Could be.
Yeah. So
could be.
All right, guys. I love it.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Coaches Show. Remember that the Red Legion clinic and tryouts August 9th and 10th. Go to redlegionpaintballclub.com to register. Thank you to Major League Paintball, Tom Cole, Kevin Fillers, Alex Sorensen, and Darren Cessna. The show has been brought to you by Max Sportswear and BKI Paintball. For Mike Bianca, I'm Ryan Gray. As always, hang on. Before I say be responsible, any of you knuckleheads who went on the BBC thing talking about paintball going into the Olympics and posted all the nonsensical, stupid things, be responsible for the love of God. Like that's when I say be responsible, that's kind of dumb nonsense I'm talking about. Yeah. One of the biggest reasons paintball can't move forward is because we get in our own way.
Yeah. Please. We let our jack wagons out.
Yeah. Please stop. Stop. It's crazy. Like I don't want to preach at you, but if you can't push, if you don't want to help push this thing, get out of the way and shut up. Just shut up. Yeah. Don't say anything.
Yeah. Go bowling. Not that there's anything wrong with bowling.
Your nonsensical negative shit does nothing.
That's right.
But make us look foolish. Stop. Right. Get out of the way. If you don't want to help push, move. We'll get somebody else who can get in your space and push.
That's right.
Sorry. Rant over. Soapbox. I'm stepping off. Be responsible. Thanks, guys.
I love it.